Welcome, everyone. My name is James. I'm an etcd reviewer and co-chair for SIG etcd. This is the fortnightly etcd community meeting. We have an open agenda that's in a Google Doc. Anyone that has subscribed to the etcd dev mailing list will be able to propose an agenda item. So let me just make sure everyone's got the link to that. That is now in chat. Let me share a screen and we'll get underway. So there we go. Okay, just someone give me a quick thumbs up if that's coming through and we're all good to go.
Can see it. Looks good.
Okay, so the first one's me, team. Very quickly, for Kubernetes special interest groups, there is an annual report process. There is a template that's in Kubernetes community. We need to fill this in by, I think it's May sometime. So it looks pretty simplistic and there's already a couple of things filled in. There's just these sort of 4 things to consider. So the open invitation is there. If someone would like to lead this for etcd for this year, please feel free to go for it and raise a draft PR. Alternatively, we can chat about it in the Slack channel. Wenjia, you've got your hand up.
I think we need to do it. You and me, the chair, need to do it.
Oh, it has to be a chair thing. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Here's me trying to get rid of one more piece of work. That's fine. Yeah, we can do it. That's all good.
I think you can delegate it. You're responsible for it, but not for doing it yourself.
Okay. So look, team, if someone is keen to lend a hand, please just let us know. We can chat on Slack. It looks pretty easy. We'll get it done before May. That's me. The next one is also me, and it's also very, very quick. This is just a quick heads up, team. We send out the invitations for these meetings through the etcd dev mailing list. There were about 1,100 people on the mailing list. Some of those emails were kind of bouncing back because people have changed jobs and not updated their email addresses and stuff. This is a very quick heads up that I have removed about 40 email addresses from the mailing list because they were bouncing. So if you no longer are getting an invite or you're not getting updates from the mailing list, that will be why. Double check your mail settings. Just reapply to the mailing list if you're no longer getting stuff. But yeah, these were all emails that were bouncing. That's that one, team. Over to Joshua. Joshua Z, go for it.
Yeah, hello.
Welcome.
Hi, can you hear me?
We certainly can, yeah. So take us through the proposal for witness support.
Yeah, we actually well, he's not here. I was supposed he will give us a brief introduction of us. I actually come from the same company as we, and we are working on a project that's to make the etcd to support witness, so that actually it comes from real customer requirements from the Kubernetes in edge computing, because they want to set up a cluster with just 2 nodes and majorly for the cost saving purpose. And actually in the marketing, there have been a lot of vendors doing the similar things to create a tuner cluster. So we are trying to, as we all know, that the 3 nodes is the etcd has minimum requirement of 3 nodes. So we want to extend the current etcd to support that. I actually have a slide here to share some of the work we've done, but I see as some topics you're going to go through, so I would like to leave it to the end of this meeting to discuss this. Would that be okay?
Yeah, no problem. So we've just got there are two more. The last one, I can cover that in 10 seconds. It's just a quick call to action, team. If you will be at KubeCon Paris and you have a little bit of time free, please maybe sign up to help us man the etcd booth. We'd love to hang out with you and yeah, just help us chat to some folks about etcd. And then Ivan, Golang CI Revive.
Yes, so I had this post. I was working on the linters before, and then I was addressing var naming, but it's a massive change. I can actually also share the link to the difference. So I addressed the issues. It's in the Zoom chat, but it's 9. I haven't opened a pull request. But it's basically, it's 900 lines of changes. So I wanted to hear like what's the best way to maybe have this applied. I don't know if like breaking this into multiple pull requests, because it's impossible to review a pull request well, I feel that it's impossible to review a pull request of this size. And I don't know if this is something that we also want to address, or maybe not, or or the other thing that I feel is if maybe we push this. So I addressed the issues, but if we push it for later, so because it's a massive change, rebasing is gonna be so solving conflicts is gonna be a little bit difficult. So yeah, I just did this, and I don't know if there's if it's a good idea to go with it or not.
Do you have an issue about this?
Do I have, sorry, say again?
Do you have an issue about this?
No, I don't have an issue. So basically it's so in the Golang CI configuration file inside tools, there's at the bottom it says to do, and it says like enable these linterns later. So I basically, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it says to do, and then it says enable these following rules. So I worked in the first one, so I don't have an issue. I can create an issue.
Okay. Yeah, you know, if my first feeling, we don't have to update all the files. But if you wanted to update, I would suggest to update step by step, file by file. Don't to make big change in one PR.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I think it is a worthy cause. It's just, let's have an issue. Let's just pick out small, segment, like chunks at a time, areas at a time, and try not to do it all at once. I think it is worth doing though. Like, it'd be nice to get the kind of full suite of linters online.
Okay, so yeah, I can also rework on the commit. So I just break them by major component, but still it's a little bit. So I have one commit per major component, but still some of those are pretty huge. So yeah, I'll see how I can break it down.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay, team. So with that, let's hand back to Josh.
Okay, thank you. Wait, I would like to share my screen.
Go for it. Yes, let me stop what I'm sharing.
Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And thank you. I just have a brief introduction of the motivation and why we want to have a high available tune-up etcd here, and yeah, And actually, we did some research and come up with the to extend the extended raft algorithm to support witness. We call it extended raft algorithm, and we built the we amended etcd code to based on this new algorithm, so that we can we can support etcd in with a witness. The witness can be actually have a wide range of choice. It can be just as simple as an NFS share or an CP share, or even or a cloud storage, or even we have some test. We have some POC that use USB some drive plug in a router to serve as a witness. And as you can see that because we only need a share, and the cost will be very low, and it also does not need a lot of storage in the storage capacity requirement is also very low. It can be down to just a few bytes for the witness data. We as to the data correctness, we have the formal approval for the extended raft algorithm, and we also leverage the TLA plus validation to validate to perform the model checker to validate the algorithm, so that the correctness of the algorithm is guaranteed. And we also can see that the having this done, for example, if we have a 2-node cluster with the witness, and it will achieve the comparable availability as the official ETC cluster. And that's seen that with 1 node down, or the witness down, or you even have a network partition, does not impact the availability of the cluster. And we also see that because the witness the IO to the witness does not sit on the data path of the etcd, so it will not impact the performance. As you can see that some witness solutions that use the low configured hardware will impact the data the etcd API performance, because they participate in the data replication, and their low configured hardware will have some negative impact on that. And we see that in our POC, we see that the etcd API is not changed. We didn't do anything, do any change on that, and the persisted backend data is not touched. We just add some auxiliary field to the raft log to help to adjust the witness information. And the current etcd class can be upgraded seamlessly to support witness with no data migration needed. And of course, all the operations will remain the same, so the maintenance experience will be exactly the same. So that's what we have done so far. We actually have a full functional etcd POC, and we have a 2-node Kubernetes POC based on that, and all it works very well. So moving forward, we're wondering if it's possible to have this feature integrated into the etcd mainstream, and so all the applications and the services can benefit from that.
Just a question from my side. If
Yeah.
I understand correctly, the witness node will only get involved in the consensus process. For example, you can vote for others election, but if you will not have any local data, right?
It does not have the full log data. It only contains the
Membership data.
small number of metadata. Actually, only the metadata of the last log item, log entry.
Okay.
So
Can
you, please, Sion, yeah.
sorry, can you briefly explain why when it's like if it doesn't persist any data, why we would keep the Raft algorithm correct?
Well, the concept is that the witness is just a tiebreaker. It does not need to. It won't be a leader in any case. So it just to serve as a voter to vote the correct leader out of all the candidates. So as you can see that in a Raft algorithm, there's no need for a voter to have the full log prefix. It just needs the last log entry to do the voting. And since it does not need to become a leader, it has no need for the witness to persist all the log data. And that's why we only keep the necessary metadata of the last log item.
Yeah, maybe question for me, because that's one way to implement a witness that I'm aware of. But this is not HA, at least to my understanding, because how do you recover when leader fails and now you have follower that doesn't have all the data?
Yeah, so this is actually a compromise between the availability and the costs. So as you can see that there are many there are many high available solutions in the market that actually use the concept of witness. And there's some edge cases that no follower has the latest data, and in that case the cluster won't have the leader elected. That's true, but that happens in very rare cases, and typically customer can bear with that because they know that they only have 2 nodes, and let's say 99% of the time it works well, and it can suffer from one node failure or network partition. But if there's some like cascading failure happens, that for example one node goes down and up and another one is not ready, things like that can happen, but customer is aware of that.
Okay, so I get two things, two things from that. So you assume that second member is not ready, so you cannot get a quorum with. You need, or to have witness make sense, you need to get a quorum with witness, which means you need to expect, I know, the second member to have higher latency, or second member to have higher latency and lose the last write, and then witness not accepted because it doesn't include the last write. So I don't know how rare it is or how to validate how rare it is, but this gives you 0 fault tolerance. So it's 2 nodes that still have 0 fault tolerance. Same as you can set up currently a Raft cluster or etcd cluster with 2 nodes. It will just have 0 tolerance.
Well, actually it's not 0 fault tolerance, and I skipped all the details for the extended Raft algorithm here, so I can explain very detail here. So actually for example, for a 2-node cluster with 1 witness, if 1 node goes down, and the witness and the other follower, the witness will vote to the other follower, to other candidates actually to become the new leader. And I'm not sure what the.
So if the other node doesn't have the latest data, so it will not be elected the leader, right?
Well, actually, the algorithm runs this way. So for when all two nodes are up, the leader will only replicate to the other nodes. It will not replicate data to the witness. So if leader goes down, the other one should have the latest data, and it will become the leader.
But replicating is based on getting a quorum. So you're saying that witness will, or the assumption is in normal operation, witness do not act the data. It always waits for the main follower, and to make sure that it will not be the first one to go through quorum. And then only when there is a 2-node cluster, then it works as a second act. Is that right?
Yeah, actually, when the witness, when all the nodes are healthy, the leader will replicate data to itself and the follower. But if the follower goes down, the leader will detect that, and it will join the witness with it to form the quorum, and it will replicate data to itself and the witness. And the leader and the witness will form the new quorum.
Okay. So that makes sense. So this survives, it has one failure tolerance, but only one consecutive failure tolerance.
Yeah, actually, witness is you can consider witness as a member of the Raft cluster. So, for example, 4+1 cluster can bear like 2 node failures. Yeah, and 2+1 can bear 1 failure, something like that.
It scales. I mean, it scales up to like, it scales.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of details to discuss actually for this proposal. So I'm new here, so I'm not sure what is the right process to move forward with such proposal, and how to review and how to get more people involved to discuss this if guys are interested in this. So
just a quick suggestion. So I noticed we already have an open issue and actually a draft pull request in etcd.io/raft. So that's somewhere we can start having a discussion. But a change of this magnitude, this seems like the perfect candidate for an etcd KEP, like using the Kubernetes enhancement process to put together a proper design and have a wide audience have a look at it and provide feedback. Joshua, are you familiar with the Kubernetes KEP process?
Yeah, actually the Kubernetes itself does not have such limit on the cluster size. Actually, roadblock here is etcd itself. So
yes, sorry, just to be clear, so etcd is now a Kubernetes special interest group, which means we can use the same processes that the Kubernetes project uses. One of those is the enhancements process, where people can put forward a design and get a lot of like high quality feedback from a lot of different people to try and get like the best possible design before we get an implementation. So I will put a link to that process just in the notes for the call today. So there's already a link in there to the PR and issue. And just if you have any questions about maybe raising a KEP or going down that road, feel free to chat in the SIG etcd Slack. But I think, I mean, what do you reckon, Marek and Benjamin? I feel like a KEP would be a good idea.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, from my side, it's good to get wider feedback from this feature. From my perspective, actually I received similar requirement from other companies 2 years ago. They raised a similar requirement on the witness support. So high level, I support this feature. But on this second part is, we are planning to release etcd 3.6, and also include etcd 3.6 will include RAV 3.6 and Bbolt 1.4. So we are not expecting the major change in the etcd 3236 release time frame. So this is the secondly, you know, I also expect you to clarify the etcd change. You only raise the issue in the draft, right? I don't see any change on etcd side. So
Yeah,
you had to
actually,
clarify that.
okay. Yeah, so actually there are two parts of the change. One is for Raft and one is for HCD.
Yeah,
So
etcd is
I
more
was
important.
expecting to get feedbacks for Raft first. Yeah, I can post that the second part of change.
Yeah, the last point is, you know, we have limited capacity to review rough PR right now. Currently, there are couple maintainer and just probably 3 or 4 maintainer review on the rough side. So we have limited capacity to review the PR. So sorry for the late response. So we'll try to improve in the future.
Okay, thank you.
And just to add my 2 cents, I'm mostly interested in the like CAP that, or the main thing for CAP is that sure we are not inventing new stuff. It's like Witness is well known in like the database world, and it's been used in many other consensus algorithms. But we need to make sure that we have proper testing, and this is like main thing that I would be interested in. The proposal would be how do we plan to test it and prove that its correctness. So like going through the TLA would be great. I would want to accelerate it. I didn't have time to push your like the PR with the TLA plus, but I think we should, like, that's my main interest, that we just ensure that the work, high quality work goes in and that is fully tested, because as long as like we can only trust the software as much we test it and validate it. And I think you've done enough due diligence. We just need to make sure that it adapts to the process testing of etcd, and you get feedback on what we can also, like, how etcd could evolve and improve our own testing and how to use it to make sure this works.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Joshua. And just one very quick ask. Your thanks for the walkthrough with the slides. I think that's a good introduction to the proposal. Would you be able to share, like, are you willing to share a link to that and just add it to the notes for the meeting today, just in case folks want to refer back to what you've put together?
You mean the deck?
Yeah, just if you can share the deck or a link to the deck, and add a link to the meeting notes in Google Docs.
I'll send it later. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome, team. Well, there we are on time. Actually, a minute over. That was a great session. I hope everyone has a great upcoming weekend, and hopefully I'll see many of you at KubeCon Paris in like a week's time. It's just around the corner, team. So have a safe travels if you're going to attend, and we'll see you at the next one. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.